Nepal is number 2 in the EV market. I think the time has come for all of us to lean into it. And I also think the government has to work fast, work quick at giving subsidies and tax cuts and trying to make this switch as easy and as productive as possible.
Rocking Mama to Real Mama, Mamta B.
Gas को सिचुएसन के छ? साउजी, ग्यास आयो? हाफ सिलिन्डर मात्रै? अझै एक हप्ता कुर्नु पर्ने? This has been the most common start to any conversation lately here in Nepal and most probably around half of the world. Our new government barely had unpacked and the honeymoon was over. They walked straight into a messy energy crisis situation. But honestly, maybe this is a wake-up call. Maybe this is the universe's way of teaching us to stop relying so heavily on imports and start looking for better alternatives within the country itself. It's wild when you think of it. We have thousands of rivers and we have this massive potential for hydro energy. And yet we are panicking over half a gas of cylinder. We are just waiting and praying that that ship crosses that strait or that truck crosses that border some thousands of miles away just so that we are able to boil an egg at home. We are totally at the mercy of this global supply chain, and any disturbances anywhere in any part of the world is going to affect us. And this is not just a temporary situation. This crisis does not look like it is going to be over very soon. You know, the best thing I've done in the past 1 year is to get rid of my diesel car that was already 20 years old. And I started relying on ride-hailing apps. And I've never been happier because I feel like I've reduced my carbon emissions and also cut the cost of my daily expenses. And secondly, switching over to an electric-made Nepali stove, a really nice chic one. This has been a game changer for me. So while I see everybody around me panicking because they're running out of gas, I actually can sit at home calmly and not have to worry about that part at all. The induction stove, I tell you, is a total game changer for your sanity. The next thing I want to move into is solar panels because I realize we do get a lot of sun in Nepal, almost 300 days of the year, to be honest. And that is just like free energy that we've been ignoring for a long time. And I think of this long queue that you have to stand in to get a few liters of petrol. And also think about the price. And with no sign of an end to this war, all of this is going to impact our economy in a really negative way. So we have absolutely no other choice but to think of alternatives. And these alternatives might be what actually saves us in the long run. Nepal is number 2 in the EV market. I think the time has come for all of us to lean into it. And I also think the government has to work fast, work quick at giving subsidies and tax cuts and trying to make this switch as easy and as productive as possible. The quicker we stop relying on imports, the quicker we break that cycle of being in this supply loop chain, the better it is for our economy. And this is not just related to petrol and fuel, gas. I'm trying to talk about every other thing that we are so dependent on from other countries. We as a nation have to learn to be so much more independent. And, I believe we really can. The other thing is choosing local brands or supporting local businesses. Every time we choose a Nepali brand over a foreign imported one, we are helping our own local businesses. We are helping our own people grow. Buying local is the simplest way of circulating the money right here at home. We will talk more about supporting local goods and buying local in my next episode. Just follow the link and find us on our YouTube channel, Hits FM 91.2. You can always find us on Facebook and on Instagram, again, under Hits FM 91.2. Coming back to hydropower, just the other day I read in the news about how a Nepali company has launched a fully electric 14-seater van, and they are trying to test it so that they can be used as a mode of public transportation, hopefully replacing the old tempos that we have. That would take public transport into another cool level altogether. All is not lost. I mean, yes, we will always be needing fuel and gas, but we do have alternatives. We do have the means to look into our own resources, and we can collectively come out with some solutions. We've survived blockades, we've survived the load shedding era, we've survived the pandemic, we've survived earthquakes. I'm sure we can survive a little bit of a fuel hike and gas scarcity. Let us cook with our own power and let us drive with our own energy. I'll see you in the next episode. Till then, stay positively charged.
Hits FM 91.2.